skipped 6th grade at a top school. Impressive. Yet, he took 2 6th grades. Life's terrible on the bus home, both wear frowns, keeping maximum social distance. When Rich arrived on time and dropped the girl off downstairs, Sophie callously slammed the door in her face. After watching the girl ascend the elevator, he went home to prepare his escape from reality plan. He took 20 sleeping pills with beer, expecting Death's visit, but the phone rang again, the debt collector's call. Collector reminded him he owed $800 now, up from $600. Classic see you tomorrow promise. Knowing he's not making it till tomorrow, and wanting to go out with a bang, he unleashed a rant on the collector. But when he picked up the subtitles, the collector said he was downstairs, threatening a lesson before leaving. Rich crept out, thinking, in the oh no, don't. The outside chaos was a neighbor's wild party. He grabbed a mask to boost his superhero look. He pointed a toy bow at the elevator like a real-life superhero, ready to save the day. But out pops an old lady. He just waved her off. As the elevator door opened again, his deceased girlfriend appeared. He removed his mask, and she vanished like smoke. Right at that moment, a phone call abruptly pulled him back to the reality. He was like, I believe I can get it done in a few minutes and drop him off at sister's place. Rich spotted the phone in the security booth and called the drug dealer, muttering, "What's the deal?" "I popped so many sleeping pills and the pharmacy clerk corrected him, wrong pills. They just make you happy, not what you want." Enraged, Rich smashed the phone down, wishing he could tell some of that anger at the pharmacy. Upon arriving at the doorway of his sister's house, he observed a blonde woman wandering around outside. Sensing something was amiss, he was just about to inquire about her identity when she fled swiftly to her sister's. Sophia was cold as usual, but he noticed her mood shift. He consoled, "Mom's likely drinking with friends." Sophie retorted, "No way. Not happening, she never hangs out. She's a time management queen. She never drinks, and she has certainly never left a friend like you behind. Once she returns, we can resume our normal lives." He noticed a drawing on the fridge, recalling his childhood. He mentioned that he was really into drawing back in the day, especially flip animations. His sister loved them. One cartoon character was named Sophie as well, and nobody at home or among friends had a clue about it. Wondering if his sister sniped the name from his drawings, but Sophie replied flatly, "My mom never mentioned you, buddy. With exams tomorrow, stop bothering me, dude." So, Rich settled down to write a letter to his late girlfriend, saying he might be running late to find her. What really irked Rich was Sophie's constant side-eye, while his sister told him to stay clear of her daughter. Rich seethed. Why not let that blonde outside babysit? His sister freaked out, insisting he take Sophie and get out. Apparently, that house was no longer safe. This was the 20th floor, and he was in disbelief. But his sister just spewed some cryptic Greek mythology before hanging up. He discovered his sister was in jail and wouldn't be free until 4 a.m. It was the final straw. How could he keep a kid entertained till 4 a.m.? So, he took her to the bowling alley, smart thinking. Right. This was Rich's old stomping ground, but Sophia wasn't having it. She plopped on the couch, glued to her homework. This greatly shocked Rich, and at that very moment, a waitress sauntered over to where Rich was standing. She mentioned the boss wanted to see him, but Rich was worried about Sophia's safety in the sketchy place. Subtitles. The waitress promptly arranged for 3 bodyguards to protect the girl, which made Rich feel a bit more at ease. After some small talk, the boss cut to the chase. His girlfriend went missing from the bar Rich worked at, and he was losing it. Had been on edge for days, worried sick about her, and wanted to know if Rich had seen her. The boss handed Rich her photo. He was restless at first glance. He had seen this woman in the restroom not long ago. She was barely breathing. Being the first on scene, the boss promised to wipe his debts clean to keep this under wraps. So, Rich kept quiet about it, but something gnawed at him in the back of his mind. He could swear he saw the Grim Reaper lounging nearby, sipping on some bubble tea while flipping through a newspaper. Thinking, "Are you here to take me?" But Death replied, "No, not your time yet." He wanted to rush back to find his girlfriend, but Sophie asked to crash at his place to prep for the big exam tomorrow. Rich said no, and just then he spotted someone pulling out a sketchy package from the bowling lane. Realizing it could be drugs, Rich felt his heart racing with unease. So he grabbed Sophie and bolted out of there to a seriously weird place, leaving her at the door like a protective big brother. Poor girl was crying. Once the man came out, she flipped and dashed for her life. He rushed to explain he hadn't spent her money, just ran to grab a comic he thought Sophie would take. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and help us keep the fun coming.